There are for the players and for you watching. It's the super finals. It's VakifBank Istanbul of Turkey serving, Imoko volley, Conegliano of Italy receiving. This is the CEV Champions League Super Finals here in Verona. And it is side out for Conegliano. Raffaella Foley putting that ball on the floor. Confident start for her. As Volleyball finds her. Now, Cilia with the serve. Going after Gabby, who in rhythm is able to thump that one to the line onto Volleyball. It's not brought back and it's one apiece. Slow down, first chance here for a break point. Hack takes it. Cilia can't keep it in play. Good work by VakifBank. They slowed down the ball from that attack from Kim Hill. Gabby pops it in. Ognjenovic goes quickly behind to Hack. That one's not coming back. VakifBank targeting Cilia. Egono's first swing is a competent one, as you would expect.
On the 9-meter slide.
Foley now with the serve. That's been given as out. I think it was in. So we're going to have our first challenge. What do you think? I think that's in. Although everyone else thinks it's out. If you're supporting Conegliano, it's miles out. And if you're supporting VakifBank, it's miles in. It just has to clip any part of the line, any part of the ball doing that, and it's in. Oh yes, it did clip it. It is in. It's a good challenge. One of the interesting kind of side effects of the challenge system, and it's a brilliant system, it is absolutely amazing. But the human eye, as in the lines judges, who were previously the only ones who would make those decisions, they're not stood in the same place anymore. So on the long line, where that last ball went out, the line judge would be stood looking directly down the line. Now they have to stand off at an angle because the camera's got to see down the line. Does that have a bearing on the decisions? I'll leave that for you to decide. De Cruyff getting the swing away. Both teams going to their middles regularly at the moment. Egonu not finding the range she wanted with her jump serve. Isabella Hack will now go back and have a go. That's a great serve. And this will be free ball for VakifBank. And plenty of hitting options, including Ognjenovic, but that's well read by De Gennaro. Cilia can only tip, but tips successfully past the block and onto the sideline. Way to get a side out after being in real trouble. Nycatch ran in behind the block and then had to change of direction. If she'd have stayed still and then gone to the side, she probably would have got that one. There is a lot to be said for defenders not running around like cats on hot tin roofs, but actually standing still, getting into a neutral position and watching what's going on. something that's been commented on by one of the coaching wizards, Mark Lebedew, who was talking about Libros as one of the examples of they look spectacular, they make all these touches but don't bring the ball back. And when you look back at the footage, if they'd have stayed still, they would have made a dig that kept the ball in play. How many times have you seen that happen? Barch Hackley now with the serve. Not a bad ball in, but can't run the middle. Cilia is slowed down. Oh, lovely. That telepathic reaction between Ognjenovic and Rasic. Spent so many years playing volleyball together at the highest level. And look at that great movement from Rasic. He's off the net, loads of room, comes inside to run the slide. That's just quality. It's a good ball in from Barch Hackley because they can run the middle. Can VakifBank? Just a down ball coming here. Oh, it should have been a down ball. It should have been a ball as well with even some side spin on it. But that was Cilia trying to win the point from that situation when she's in front of the ball. She doesn't have the right angles. That ball's coming around and across her. She was never going to get the contact she wanted. And that one, wow, one she won't want to do again. Well, the target of Cilia is working for VakifBank, and it wouldn't surprise me if we see a substitution if Cilia doesn't get her act together pretty quickly. VakifBank are going after her, and it's working. That time, though, Hill's able to play it, and Igonu has got that one off of the VakifBank player, or maybe not. Thought there was block touch, but it's been challenged. Igonu at the moment, she's had one swing for a point, one serve in the net, and this could be an error, so she'd be -1 if that was the case so far. Not the best of starts for Paolo Igonu. We'll see, did she catch the block? No, she did not. Maybe just a few nerves of Paolo Igonu. You'd think not, given the level that she plays at. But if you don't have any nerves in a match like this, then you don't care. Nice blocking from Conegliano. VakifBank at the minute, who are leading the way here. That's a really good confidence booster for Cilia to get back into this one, actually. After shanking a previous pass. Hack. Oh, another block for Cilia. Well, if there was any thought that she might be coming off, she's doing her absolute best to make sure that those thoughts are being dispelled by the coaching staff. 2 cracking blocks in a row from Miriam Cilia. She's done her homework, taking the line away against Huck. Gabby tidies things up for VakifBank. A late finish from Paolo Igonu. She could really just go straight across the net, can Paola. Doesn't need to go up so high, particularly against Gabby. Good touch. Oh, and it stays in play and wins the point for VakifBank as everybody for Conegliano was looking around for somebody else to play the ball. Good work from Ognjenovic because she completely took Cilia out of it, but didn't take Igonu out of it. The pipe being run. This is really good play. Watch out of nowhere, really. In fact, she's come inside to hit a half ball in the middle. I thought she did a pipe. She hasn't. She's front court. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. What a swing. Good work from Kim Hill. Another chance for VakifBank. Good cover by De Janeiro. Everybody out of system here at the moment. A neutral rally going on. Oh, then Igonu with the error. Just not quite clicking for her at the moment. Despite that absolute scorcher of a swing through the middle. Good touch by iCatch. And a great swing from Barch Hackley. Nobody in the way of that one. Barch Hackley in a good position. Just comes inside and was given far too much court. Igonu lining that up. Not right at all for Conegliano. Hack will have another go. Oh, great dig from Celia. It will stay in play. Good up from Vosh. Oh dear, that was such a difficult one to deal with for Raffaella Foley because it was right on the net. Couldn't dig it out for anyone else to make the play. But an exciting rally. Such an interesting technique from Maja Ognjenović when she sets behind. She actually turns her right hand. Looks like it's her palms facing her to set that ball behind. First timeout called.
With Kimberly high ball, we don't move 6-1 back. Kimberly high ball, we stay ready and we are good. And Maja, the ball for Barty and with bonus can be longer because she really stopped at 1 meter before antenna.
Classic live TV. So we're watching the Conegliano timeout and listening to Guidetti talking to VakifBank. Perfectly normal. Conegliano, no real sort of impetus at the moment. They've not got enough break points. They've made too many errors in their side out. VakifBank have been slowing them down and creating these opportunities to put themselves 4 in front, which they've done. This is better from Igonu. She's in that kind of form. She'd go over the top of the block. And that's exactly what she's done. Which means the middles cannot be late against her. Julia Gennari has come in for some serving duty to replace Raffaella Foley. Setter by trade. Big hit from Hack. Hack at the moment is having the better time of it in comparison to Igonu. Well, I bet there's probably no more than a point or two in it in terms of the stats. Both teams working really hard to try and reduce the options available to each other, because that's what's going to happen. And that's what happens when those options are reduced. You're just right, we can't get the ball to our middle, okay. We can't get it outside, okay. I'll tell you what, let's go to Paolo Igonu. Conegliano are thinking, that ball is hit above the height of the antenna. That's ridiculously good. You wonder how good, much better perhaps, Paolo Igonu would be. Oh, wonderful block. A triple block against Haak. So you cannot get over the top of that one. Pretty good work by De Graaf, right across the net, right into the space of Haak. Igonu with the serve. I was commenting on, you look at her arm swing. She doesn't really have a full back, with her arms go back straight to come right up, to throw herself into the air as high as she could go, which just makes you wonder how much higher she could go with a full arm swing. And really driving up off the floor. I don't think anyone would stop her at all, ever. That's just a classic. It's like a blocking swing with her arms when you're getting out to go and block with bent arms. It's not an attack arm swing, a spike approach swing.
Individual per block, we are not touching. Okay, so more in the block, now is the time, We're gone. Okay, so now try to not play attack in the middle of the block. The rest we do is block and defense. Haydi.
Igonu once again. That timeout call by VakifBank because of the run here by Conegliano, which has been thwarted by that timeout. At least that's how it will be viewed by the team. 3-point lead now for VakifBank. Haak will go back and try to cause trouble with her jump serve. Good touch. Really good pickup by iCatch. That's a super break point for VakifBank. And for those of you unsure what a break point is, it's a point that's won from the team that was serving. And they've done it by getting the ball into transition, and then Haak, with just one step, having a swing. That's why she's there. Another massive serve. And that time though, Haak not finding the court. Haak's such a great player, the Swedish international, but a player that was probably never going to play in an Olympic Games. And Sweden will never qualify for an Olympic Games, not in her career. But that does throw up other options for Haak though. And we've seen it in men's volleyball. A lot of the Cuban players who have naturalized in other countries and then have gone on to represent those countries and go to the Olympic Games as a result. Certainly something that for Haak is an option. Depending how long she stays in one country. She stays in Turkey long enough. And she's certainly young enough to do that and have a successful career. Just brilliant, isn't it, how quickly and how well VakifBank are using the ball at the moment. Fast swing from Gavi off of Vorwish's arm and out of play.
Stiamo carburando, stiamo salendo piano piano di intensità, solo che adesso questo colpo che ha fatto lei dovremmo essere bravi a farlo anche noi, perché stiamo tirando in 6, ragazzi. I posti 4 stanno attaccando solo in 6, mai mani out. Voglio questo, palla scontata, giocate col muro o giocate di intelligenza. C'è Ognjenovic in prima linea, H è profonda in difesa, qualità prima ricezione, spostiamo i piedi, vai via.
My Italian is not very good at all, but certainly talking about the intelligence required to play and being smart about what they're doing. It's certainly something that VakifBank are being smart about. They're going really quite quick. Ognjenovic is going out quick to Gabi because Gabi works better in that situation. You put a high ball out to Gabi, she's going to be in trouble against the big block that Conegliano can put up against her. That's better from Conegliano. Get a good ball in and they can run their middle. Nice work. Boris just a little step backwards, gets herself into a good position. And the Krav is always going to be the winner in that one. Nice ball in options. Oh no. Or a complete miscommunication because Barch Hackley's gone around on the pipe and then so too is Hack. And Guidetti's like, what's going on there then? Well kept in play. Free ball now. 4 attacking options for VakifBank. It's the middle and it's Rasic, but she hasn't found the court. That's so unlike Rasic. What's happened here? She's overcut it. Really sliced on that one. Conegliano to within 2. That's an excellent ball in. Conegliano will take the point. A big break point for them to get themselves back to within 1. Got to stop Gabi from doing that at Conegliano. That's her natural swing. Her technique wants her to come around the ball, as she does here. And Walsh needs to be alert to that. She's got to make sure that she's really getting across and turning her hand inside, turning her thumb up on her right hand and angling that hand back down and into court. Dear me, Igonu been frozen out a little bit in this first set. She's in position here, all looks good. She's actually then cut inside the ball and hit back outside instead of coming in a little straighter. Nice early call of out, well left by Silja. There's been many predictions about which way this super final will go. One of the predictions was the fact that both of these two teams would make it here, and that one has come true. But as to who's going to win this, and for that matter, the men's final, I don't think anybody really knows. Nobody knows. We're just going to have to wait and see and watch, enjoy, and be put through the ringer, depending on which team you're supporting. Right now, it's VakifBank in the driving seat in this first set. Gunesh through the middle. Oh, lovely. That's a top swing from Gabi. But again, though, it's on that angle. She's still got that little turn inside, doesn't she, as she swings on the ball. But able to get past. It was a massive block because Igonu had stepped into the middle. Oh, that's awesome from Gabi. Eventually, the ball goes down. Foley puts it on the floor. Running the middle in transition. So much pressure on the middle. But the other side, Gunesh didn't really know what to do. She was thinking about going the other way to the outside initially. And that little movement, that little switch that way was enough of Walsh to go to the middle. Coming into the action now, Lara Carvalho. Outside hitter, has played as a libero as well. Touch, De Janeiro stays in play. And again, better touch this time, chance for a swing. Igonu! Off the block and away! Game on. 2 in it. Something for VakifBank to think about as we come to the business end of this first set. What a set from Volleyball. That's brilliant. Not panic stations just yet for VakifBank. Caravello to serve once more. There's a chance here for Conegliano. Can someone have a swing? Maybe. Hill can only push it long. That might well have been going out. Barch Hackley played it anyway. Nice cover. Bit tight. Conegliano had a chance, but that is a brilliant swing from Isabella Hack to get it off the block and out of play. There were hands practically in her face here. That's awesome from Isabella Hack. Set point, VakifBank. Up against it. You would put your money on Paolo Igonu to come up with the goods. She has done. And the first set point is saved. But really good opportunity now for VakifBank to get it done from side out. VakifBank have decided to call a timeout.
Great option, just we keep 5 from the net. Okay, because she was 1 ball like 2 ball like this. That's why she don't eat really perfectly. Off the net, she can eat perfect. Only that. Come on. Now you can call what you want. There is a Gonu in 4. Okay, Sha is good, Sha 2 is good, Kosuni 2 is good. 3 and go. Hi. Here it goes.
Imoko, Conegliano, 24 for VakifBank, Istanbul.
An easy lead for VakifBank gives them the first set here in the Super Finals in Verona. Taking it 25-22, and they lead 1-0. Of skill, but consistency is going to get. Oh dear, That definitely wasn't meant for the middle, because that would have been the quickest of quicks of all time. That'll go down as an unforced error for Gunesh. That was meant for the middle, and that one is put off the block and away. That's great play from Ognjenovic. After that initial hiccup, goes back, gets the middle, re-establishes Gunesh, all good. Pressure on Foley. VakifBank with the point. Touch. Well, somehow De Janeiro did not touch the net. Doesn't matter, because Hacks has made sure the ball has touched the floor with some authority. That's how you hit a down ball. Well played by Barçakli, and now it's free ball back for VakifBank. And an 80s style bit of volleyball from Barçakli. Looked a little bit catch and throwy. I'm sure it's perfectly fine. Nice big power throw to the line, perfect. Perfectly legal. Saw in the first set when Miriam Silya had a similar opportunity. She tried to hit a winning ball and made an error. In that last play, Barçakli knows the situation she's in, gets the ball, keeps it in play, and from that, VakifBank are able to engineer a point. This time, Conegliano get their side out. Good use of the block. Nice play. Great to watch the slow motion and see how the game develops. No chance for Ognjenovic that last play. Massive hit. ...101 kilometers an hour, no stopping that. Oh, good pick up. And again, another good pickup, that time from Eye-Catch. And Hack hammers it to the floor. Isabella Hack, born in 1999. 21 years of age, played for Sweden in the Junior Nevza, that's the North European Volleyball Zonal Association tournaments, and now playing for one of the best club sides on the planet and doing what she does best. That's good blocking from Gabby. Just left a little bit of line. Tempting De Graaf. In fact, she only put one hand up. Brilliant. Just cut away the inside. That's an unforced error from De Graaf. To serve. Good covering. Another chance for VakifBank. Kim Hill holds her ground well. Gonu. Oh, good touch from Barch Hackley. That's some swing from Hack. Good defense. Great rally, this one. Oh, Volleyball has a go, and eventually it goes down. In the end, the setter deciding that she's the player that can get it done. There's some great moments. That's a great touch from Barch Hackley, but this swing from Hack is incredible. We don't get to see that, which is a shame, but the skill involved to keep that ball in play, and then Volleyball goes on a slide. Arc again. That's fabulous. What a great swing it is. Going through the middle, Raffaella Folli, but the timing of that one. This is an A quick, almost a zero tempo, up and down. The ball is hit, and Huck doesn't even move here. Gunesh is still trying to get up above the net, and the ball's already gone behind her. That's some pace on the middle coming from Conegliano. They're playing VakifBank at their own game in that department. That won't come back. Just saw two middles and two very different types of middle. A quick ball in front of the setter, and then this a 2-meter shoot away from the setter, trying to spread Conegliano's block, trying to make it difficult for them to stop Gunesh. Always going to be VakifBank's ball, and now they lead by 2. So you're still having a few ups and downs with their passing, which is causing issues for Conegliano. So Suya having been replaced, but it's the same story. And unsurprisingly, Mackenzie Adams, who's just come on, has been the player targeted in serve receive. VakifBank pick up another point.
touch is not strong. We must do defense, okay? I want quality on the first touch, and then Asha doesn't run in this way, eh? Okay? Quality on pass, you have the possibility. You have the quality to do this, eh? Okay? Then close the net and quality on set. Okay? Aggressive in attack. Let's go!
That's the receiving accuracy. It's not been great, has it? I mean, that's quite a wide area as well. That green area is not really what you would call the best spot for the setter. Ideally, it needs to be round out where that 54% is, just across from there and just up from there towards the middle, so that you can spread the play forwards and backwards, or in front and behind, however you want to phrase it. Big swing from Igonu. Once you can get the setter into the middle of court to the 2.5-3 mark, then you've got options. You can really spread the opposition block by moving the ball quickly to the wings. Good work, Gunesh, and great setting again from Ognjenovic. Now Ognjenovic is pulling the strings for VakifBank. She's orchestrating the lead very nicely for her team at the moment, finding Gunesh. It's good blocking by Rasic. And also by Hack. And again, VakifBank done brilliantly. They've slowed the ball down. That is an amazing piece of play from VakifBank to stop Conegliano with 2 continuation blocks, then to slow the ball down and get it into transition. And what they do? Run the middle, be quick. Rasic finds the gap between the blockers. Point VakifBank. Igonu again puts it away, but she has been pretty much a spectator so far in this game. Decent ball by Mackenzie Adams, a player rumoured to be leaving the club after this season. Not sure where she's going to be going. Another player as well rumoured to be leaving is Lucille Chiquel, the French player who's the opposite, second opposite for Conegliano. Also rumoured that Megan Courtney's coming in to Conegliano as Kim Hill retires, so a few changes afoot, as there normally is after the end of a season for most clubs. Looking for a challenge here. Was there a touch? Sometimes in matches like these, when you're in a final, it can go in the blink of an eye and can become a bit of a blur while you're playing, and the art is to really just try and calm down, slow down, take stock of the situation. It is a touch from Igonu against Rasic. Not get lost in the moment, but to be focused and in the moment. Volley for Conegliano. Excellent ball in. Good work by Hill. Was a little bit low though, and so that meant Conegliano had to speed things up. It worked. That lateral movement beforehand from Ognjenovic stopped her from making that play. It's vitally important in indoor volleyball that when you're defending, when the spiker leaves the floor, in other words, when the spiker jumps, so once they've jumped, before they hit the ball, you as a defender have to be still. You can't be fighting for position anymore. You have to fight to keep the ball off the floor. So you need to be still and in a neutral position so that you can play the ball if it comes at you, chase the ball down if it goes off the block, link into whoever else is playing the ball. Unforced error from the serving line. And VakifBank creep in front by one. This one is a much closer second set. Just brilliant. Igonu at her best. Lovely ball in from De Gennaro after that's clipped the net. So look at those reactions to volley, and then a volley off the knees practically. And a swing from up near the ceiling from Igonu to put that one on the floor. Will she end up after this finals as a nice slow-mo like we just saw, and a graphic that just says simply the best? Who knows? It doesn't come down to one player. It might be one player who has the swing to get the point, as we've just seen with Hack, or even the player that has the swing to get the match or the serve, whatever it might be, but it's a team effort. Right now, the team of VakifBank are keeping themselves ahead of Conegliano, who are getting their rhythm and finding more opportunities to score. Their side-out game is better. It's funny, isn't it, how, again, Celia wasn't playing badly. Some good blocking, some nice hitting. Hadn't got a serve going, wasn't passing great. She comes off, Mackenzie Adams comes in, and the rhythm of the team for Conegliano just seems to be a little bit more where they want it to be. They look a little bit more settled at the moment. But it's still only a few points into the substitution. Oh, that's nice. Oh, what a swing from Paolo Igonu. You can hear the impact from contact to touch. It was two massive booms, boom, boom. And then it pinballs into Bart Shackley. Oh, it's great. You watch the way that she opens her shoulder, hips open, and then fires from her hip through, and her shoulder is then sending her hand through at lightning speed through that ball. Hack is also a player who can do exactly the same, but yeah, that's how far out it was. It wasn't that far out, was it? Oh, it looks in. I think it was the fact that she was. It was miles in. So was she over the? Oh, he is looking it in now. Conegliano's coach Santarelli was saying it's that far out because he knew it was in. A bit of sarcasm from Santarelli. Thought for a second that it might well have been that Hack was backcourt player and had foot faulted, but it wasn't. It was just a wrong call, and it's been sorted out. Well, it hasn't hit the floor. Great play from Hack. Oh, there's it mid-court. Mid-court. It's a mid-court action. It's a mid-rally challenge. Did that ball hit the floor? Volwash with the second ball over. Now, you can do this if you're new to the challenge system. You can challenge mid-rally, which is a huge bonus to be able to do that. Because if you've seen something that's happened, like a net touch that's not spotted, or like this, where the ball may well have hit the floor. And also, one of the really good places to use it, which has really changed the way that referees referee the match, is on 4 touches. So when the ball goes into the block or into the net and it's deemed not to have touched the block, referees now just tend to let that one go and put the onus on the blocking side to call a mid-rally challenge to say we didn't touch it. Because that particular stat and that particular challenge has shown that 99% of the time the ball hits the net and hits the block. Yep. I think that one you can put your hands that far wide, as Santori didn't say yet. Completely missed it. Just just communicating with the challenge referee. There was no touch. It touched the floor. The change for Conegliano. Giulia Gennari back in. She came in the first set to serve. She's come in again in the second. Conegliano then with their noses in front in this second set. That's not caught Gabby, I don't think. No, it hasn't. Well, Gabby rather hasn't caught the block. It did catch Gabby, that's for sure. Trying to get it off the block, a bit of improvisation, didn't work out. Conegliano lead by 2, timeout VakifBank.
Our serve, their serve, our serve, their reception. We were winning. This set, our serve, drop. Drop. Always Kimberly. Always libero or easy. If we don't go serve strong against the worst receiver, of course it's complicated. Little more easy, but we go there.
Interesting from Guidetti, because they knew, okay, VakifBank knew that Celia was the worst receiver for Conegliano, so they were going after her, and now they've got her off court. So now who's the worst receiver? So you get that part done. You've got to have a backup plan, haven't you, in that situation? Right, if we get Celia off court, who's the next player we're going after? You can't suddenly go, oh, we've done that, now what do we do? So they're talking about going after Kim Hill. They certainly went after Mackenzie Adams to start with. Ognjenovic fully entitled to put her hands up the way she did. She's not allowed to move her hands to the net as the ball comes against it, because that would be a fault, but she can just put them there, and then if the ball hits the net and hits her arms, there's no fault, and it does change, obviously, the trajectory of the ball. Substitution reversed, job done as far as Conegliano are concerned with regards to Gennari. Ognjenovic with the serve into a really strong rotation with Hack and Gunesh and Gabby in the front row. But it's side out for Conegliano. Guidetti's happy it's out. He's got a little view. He's got a camera. Everyone's got cameras nowadays, haven't they? And he's had a look. I'll tell you what, there's a shadow over that, isn't there? If the ball shadows the line, chances are it's caught it, because the ball compacts down onto the floor when it hits it, which is something that came out of the challenge technology. That's another connection issue between Gunesh and Ognjenovic. Twice now that's happened in this set. Right at the beginning, and then here now. Ognjenovic was running a B, and Gunesh is coming on an A. A few more issues from Ognjenovic. They're looking for touch here, but Ognjenovic has set that ball. She's off the net. She set it away from Gabby. So Gabby's now trying to chase it, trying to get a hand on it and make something happen, as opposed to putting the ball just on the line she was on, in which case Gabby then could have had a swing on the ball. So let's see, did Gabby get it off the block? Well, can't see anything from that. That looks like no touch. And you'd certainly think, oh, I don't know. But then when you look at that, that looked like it perhaps did. Watch the ball. Is there movement then on the ball? It's so difficult, isn't it, to tell. Paolo Egono is like, no, didn't touch me. Which in that instant probably tells you all you need to know. Change for VakifBank. On comes Jalsu Özbey, who's coming in as setter. So those couple of sets from Ognjenovic that didn't go where they wanted was enough. Guidetti to give her the hook and bring in Özbey. And Vakif get the side out. That's probably one of the toughest positions to come in on as a substitute, is the setting role. But we've seen, and I've seen, and those of you that follow VakifBank will have seen Cansu Özbey come in and turn matches. When you are a setter, when you are the second string, you're always looking for that opportunity to get into the action and show what you can do and tell the coach, hey, I should be here, I should be starting. This is a wasted opportunity from Conegliano. Foley way past that sideline. Nice ball from Adams. Good up, De Gennaro. Oh, well played. That has become the new tip in volleyball. And I remember we were doing it and coaching it with the England cadets, and everyone's like, you can't do that. You can't tip the ball long. Well, yes, you can. Look. You can. It's legal. And into that corner, there's never anybody defending it there. Brilliant work that by Conegliano. They're moving closer here to taking this second set and leveling things up. Timeout has been called. But the game goes at such a pace now. So difficult to...
Now, side out, which rotation we have? Everything is good. Keep sa, okay? Ball in the middle of the net, you can play, it's not open. Either.
Sorry to stop mid-sentence, but you want to hear what Guidetti has to say far more than you want to hear what I have to say. Just talking about, going back to the point about how quickly the game is in rally and the decision-making, the speed of what's going on. It's something that you can't just walk into. But you have to be match ready on the sideline and be able to do that, which is what Özbey has done. Another chance here for VakifBank to get to 20. No, not going to happen. That's a huge, huge block. What's going on here? Paolo Igono's getting on through that. I think they've been given us a net touch against Conegliano, but it wasn't. The ball's come off hack and gone into the net here. So what's the decision? Let's have another look at this. That ball's blocked down and into the antenna. There's definitely no touch by Paolo Igono here. What she's saying is that's come off my forearm and gone down, so it's definitely... Oh, yeah, well, interesting. Maybe she was just signaling it did touch her, but she would never have done that. Still alive. Good angle, well picked up by Hill. Mackenzie was getting ready to have a swing, denied from her. Hack can only tip. De Gennaro, that's too tight. Oh, brilliant. Just keep giving it to Paolo Igono. She'll find a way through in a moment. Well, let's give it to her too tight to the net. Let's give it to her slightly off the net. Let's make sure she doesn't have any room to have a jump of any height, any kind, but still keeps the rally alive. And then eventually, Boas says, go on, then you can have one you can actually swing on. And she puts it away. Just magnificent from Paolo Igono. Caravello in. Conegliano 2 away from taking the second set. Hill gets slowed down, and that's just too tight, too far over. Trying too hard to find Paolo Not even she could have a swing on that one. A serve for VakifBank. There's a good time to come up with one. And who is it? Of course it is Isabella Hack. The one time where you are in total control of the ball. And she's come up with an ace right into that panic channel. Such a good serve. Looking for another one. That's a brilliant pass. And an excellent side out for Conegliano to bring up set point. What a pass that was from Carraro. That's the first pass she's made in the match. She's come on to serve and play D. And then puts a ball on a silver platter for Volosh to find, to Cruyff through the middle. And Conegliano now have set point. Oh, and it's an ace serve right back at you this time with the help of the net from Paolo Igonu. Conegliano take the set 25-22, and it is 1-1 here in the Superfinals Verona. Away we go with the third set. It's 1-1 here in Verona at the CEV Superfinals. And the first point goes to Conegliano. And no surprise as well that Adams has kept her place. Mackenzie Adams on court in front of Miriam Silya through the outside. It's a conundrum for Conegliano that they've been trying to solve all season, really, in that one part of the court. Nice work from Adams. Oh, that one hasn't quite found the corner from Barch Hackley. Adams with a similar approach and swing to Paolo Igonu with that bent arm back. It's better this time from Michelle as she goes to the same place, but this time gets it off of De Janeiro and out of play. Nice pass. VakifBank, Krasic was waiting for that one off of Foley. Now they've got a chance in transition themselves. Hack! Dig from Mackenzie Adams. Oh, what a good up that is from Gabby. Down ball. Well played. Nobody ready for Conegliano. That's poor from Kim Hill. Now she gets out, but it's too tight, is it? No, oh, that's incredible. What a set from Volleyball. She's backcourt. Was it over the net? That's always probably one of the trickiest areas. Oh, yes, it really was, wasn't it, when you look at that? Mind you, I think the net looks to be a little bit further over than the centre line. But even so, as she brought that back, was there enough of the ball on her side? Answers on a postcard. That's a really debatable point in terms of the way it went. But it's Conegliano who have it. Foley, though, fluffing her lines from service, so she can go and sit down and reflect on that for a moment. She's replaced by the libero. In for VakifBank is I catch the starting libero, and it'll be Hack with the serve. She's already had an ace in this match. Another bruising serve from her, but well passed. Good D from Gabby, available on the pipe, but it goes to Hack. He comes on a bit of an inside 10 because they want to run the slide behind VakifBank. As Rasic has gone behind, Hack has to stay in front, and it does squeeze Gabby a little bit, so she's kind of out of the play. Although it doesn't really matter from that point of view because Conegliano couldn't stop what VakifBank were doing. Good serve again. Well, I'll tell you what, that one looked to be no different to the earlier one, did it? That's the subjective nature of volleyball on certain areas. Was that any further over than the last one? No complaints from Volleyball. She probably thinks she's got away with the last one anyway. Hack, good serving run. That's 3 now she's had in the bank, so able to really put some effort into it. Paolo Agonu effortless as she hammers that one away. Less said about that one, the better. Even the best players make mistakes. Volleyball showing her strength at the net. Gabby went up, didn't really press, and was not in a good position in the air, wasn't strong enough. Hill to serve, dealt with by Bart Shackley. Dispatched by Gabby. Lovely speed of attack. Whipped out wide, and there's no way that the middle can get in quick enough. There's a gap, which is exploited. Rasic readies herself to serve. I don't think that ball got above her head then when she served that. The contact point looked very low. Foley in and De Cruyff to serve. Nice work from Gunesh. Bogdanovic re-establishing the middle, re-establishing herself as well as the setter. Good dig that from Bogdanovic, who was almost bowled over by the ball. Free ball now for Conegliano. Put the ball a little bit too quick for Adams. Oh, that's brilliant from Vołosz. Oh, that's a shame. De Gennaro just couldn't scoop it around enough as she went after it. What a really brilliant piece of individual skill. There we go. Any part of the body will do, as long as it doesn't hit the floor. Some of you may not even know this, but it used to be that the ball had to be played above the knee. Just having a chat about players getting up, moving. Not allowed to getting away, and the coaching staff leaving the bench as they did during the rally. Just not allowed. Well watched by Gabby. VakifBank pulling away here from Conegliano. Conegliano with too many errors. I wonder what Hill is doing here. Number 15, you're watching Hill. She's not ready for that at all. She's just busy watching.
Pay attention, they can change their serve, okay? Move the feet is important, okay? Balance on pass, and then we can put the bagger there, okay? On primo tempo they jump with double block, Raffi, attacchi in anticipo fuori muro, ok? La puoi far arrivare tranquillamente e può fare quello che gli pare, ok? Quello che le pare. Falla arrivare, tanto con base 1 non arrivano mai sulla Super in 4.
English and Italian, so everyone can understand exactly what needs to be done. Error from Igonu. Is it possible that she's just trying too hard? That's well played. Foley had a swing at that. Wasn't sure perhaps if it was going to be for her. And Mackenzie Adams it is who puts it on the floor. Foley's up, swings, doesn't get it. Keeps Gunesh with her, one-on-one then through the outside. The hack was too late. Good play from Gabby. It's always going to be favouring Conegliano with that down ball. So they pull a point back. Hack once again the go-to player. Lots of movement around Ognjenovic to make it difficult for the block to get set and to close down anybody. Very nicely done by Mackenzie Adams on that right side of court. Points keep coming at the moment for VakifBank. Nicely done by Hill. That's a good ball in from Mackenzie Adams. She's started out at Virginia University, then went to Texas at San Antonio University for college volleyball. Then played in India's de Meagayas before moving on to Germany, where she played for Ladies in Black Aachen, SSC Palmberg Schwerin. That's a great block, absolutely brilliant. That one off the block in the way. I mentioned at the top of the show earlier on that Mackenzie Adams, whilst at Conegliano now, was leaving the club, and she's actually going to Turkey. So she'll be playing against VakifBank on numerous occasions to come. She's going to Isasabashi. Oh, what a good serve that is. It's got Conegliano out of system. But brilliant from Hill, and now it's VakifBank out of system. Free ball hoisted high to the rafters. 3 front court attacking options here, plus the pipe. Good dig by Icatch. Another free ball chance, although almost caught Conegliano out. And eventually it's put away by Egonu. Just trying to work her way back into the match, Egonu. You just feel that she's still trying to find a comfortable rhythm. Certainly a ball like that is one that she will put away all day long. She's over the top of the block, and there's nothing anyone can do about that. It's not as if she's hit past it, she's hit over it. Rasic, unforced error. Conegliano back to within 1. A little bit of tension for VakifBank now. That'll be brought back into play. Oh, good swing from Barch Hackley. Good dig by Gabby. And a massive hit from Hark that isn't dealt with by Paolo Egonu. Perhaps she should have done better. It was right out, well, it's just to the left of her. She got turned by that ball, didn't get one shoulder under the other. Chance to have got back on level terms has gone. VakifBank in front by 2. Inside 10, dispatched by Egonu. It's almost a unique part, is a unique part of the women's game of volleyball. You don't see this in the men's game because the men don't run a slide behind. And I say that, of course there are exceptions to the rule, and there's one team that has done it on the international stage, and that's Brazil, with Lucas running a slide behind. That time, Egonu gets the dig on Hark, and then gets it off the block and away. So she'll be delighted with that. And Conegliano now level things up at 15 apiece. Very calm from Egonu. She wasn't trying to rush in, and just waited. Gets her timing. Every time she opens up, doesn't she? And she's absolutely looking to rip that volleyball apart with her hand. Didn't catch any of the block. It was to the side of the block and then the net. Changing the parabola. The trajectory of the ball. And it doesn't find the court. So just like that, an unforced error from VakifBank. Conegliano in front, Hill with the serve. Great block from Boas. She's been wiped off a couple of times by Gabby. This time she turns and angles her body back inside so the ball goes straight down. And in fact, a little bit of De Cruyff as well getting involved. 1-2.
Hey, Kimberly's not
Doesn't
pushing
come
the
back.
service. He's not pushing. You're just going back. She's not really pushing, so we go. And attention, transition. We give to Egono from 1, 2 meter linea free. Can attack only Egono, 2 meter linea free from 1. No. Attention, 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 attention. We go.
Points for VakifBank Istanbul, 17 for Carraro, Imoco, Conegliano.
Hill once again from the serving line. Excellent ball in, plenty of options. And obviously Hack being one of them, stopping the run of Conegliano. Krasic gets in front, overloading on the right-hand side of court. Hammer and sickle stuff. As the ball then comes back for Hack on her own. Well covered by Boas. Oh, what a block! That's a monster block indeed. That one went down faster than it was hit. Oh dear, what a block that is. And a celebration to boot. Very nice play by Conegliano. Mackenzie Adams with the swing, but had a gap in the block courtesy of all the other movement going on around Boas. And look at that movement, spreading the block wide, keeping the middle fixed and opening up the gaps to go into. Gennari in once again to adopt her serving and defending role. See, just a spectator at the moment. Had her chance in the first set, was a bit wobbly, was replaced halfway through the second. No chance of Huck being replaced. She brings VakifBank back level. That was some pass as well from Imoco, who's come into court, number 9 for VakifBank. Conegliano move into the 20-point zone. Courtesy of that very quick hit from Adams. That's almost an E-quick tandem play, really. No chance for the middle to get out anywhere near Adams. Thumper from Hack. Conegliano going too wide, Hack coming back inside. Adams had no idea where this ball was going. I don't think she lined up Hack at all. Good up from Ognjenovic. Better chance now for Conegliano. Still though, both teams out of system. And it relies on some individual brilliance from Isabella Hack to give VakifBank the point and put them into the 20-point zone. They're now in the lead, right at the business end of the set. Barchakli back into the action, into the front row. Gabby with the serve. He was taken out so that Melia Ismailoglu could come in and play defence. It's going to be a challenge here to see whether or not VakifBank have got that point. Was there a block touch? Not according to the official review. Nice work from Conegliano. Oh, what a block from Hill. 1-on-1. They're the best when you make those kind of blocks. For those of you that have done will know exactly how Hill's feeling as she's just shut down Hack. That's 6 blocks to 1 for Conegliano. But even so, it's still VakifBank who get their side out. That time Hack just goes past the block as if it wasn't there because it wasn't anywhere near her. Nice ball in by De Gennaro. But a great block from Rasic. Quite amazingly, just the second block for VakifBank, but it puts them to within 2 of this second set. Doesn't matter when you get them, it's what they're worth, isn't it? What they do to the momentum. Gunesh loving it, Icatch loving it. Timeout, Conegliano.
Se riusciamo, che abbiamo una palla brutta, magari la giochiamo sul muro, visto che ci sono, e la rigiochiamo nel nostro campo. Se difendono, proviamo a avere pazienza e andare avanti, raga. Andiamo, forza!
40 is the number on the back of Gusten Ilmaz. Ready to serve.
What a time to come in and not perform. Gusten Ilmaz couldn't make anything happen. And now Carraro comes in to serve, as she has done throughout this match. That's a huge number of service errors for Conegliano. Good up, Carraro. VakifBank will come knocking again. Hack, huge. And it's set point for VakifBank. Hack was huge. So too is Paolo Egonu. But now she needs to be even huger. Not that that's a word, but she needs to come up with something from the serving line, that's for sure. Oh, great swing. Could watch her play all day long. Same too can be said for Hack. Timeout called by VakifBank. Set point VakifBank. Conegliano with the serve with Paolo Egonu. They probably wouldn't want anyone else there really, because Paolo Egonu's got a jump serve. She can get it going. She could get an ace. She could get VakifBank out of system. It could get them the point they need to get level, or she could make an error. Not out of system. Hack for the set. Continuation block. Chackley. Oh, what a pickup, Carraro! But it's not gone in, and it's an error from Egonu. Guidetti is celebrating as if they've won the match. They haven't done that. But we're going to have a challenge. Was this in? It has to be in for Conegliano. Oh, no, it's not in. It is out. And it is going to be the set. Rasic knew it. Guidetti knew it. VakifBank know it. We're going to be told it. Unless Paolo Egonu has hit this ball so hard that it is squished down so much that it's caught a bit of the line. That's the only hope they got now. I'm not sure she could have hit it any harder.
Challenge in progress. Challenge called by Coach Santarelli.
Oh, we're looking for a net touch. Okay, well, there was no net touch, and it was out. So it is the end of the set. VakifBank take it. They lead 2-1 here in Verona at the CEV Champions League Super Finals. Fourth set well and truly underway. And VakifBank take the opening point. Self-recovered by Adams. And a big block by Barch Hackley to deny Mackenzie Adams and put VakifBank 2-0 up. Guimaraes with the service. Been quite an incredible achievement by VakifBank. They've only missed the Champions League Final Four once in 11 seasons. Really are one of the most consistent teams of Champions League history. A block back as Foley makes a point for Conegliano, and we're all square. Coming up with the point. Nice in from Barch Hackley, front court swing. He's able to get out, stretch the block, leave Foley stranded in the middle. Gunesh able to get past her easily. You don't have to hit it hard all the time, still get the same score. If you tip it and it goes in, or you can get the block out, it's 1 point. Foley with the serve. Well worked off the block by Barch Hackley. It's quite an incredible achievement for VakifBank Istanbul in terms of Champions League appearances. I said 11 Final Fours, 4 golds, 4 silvers, a bronze. And they've got 3 World Club Championship titles, as well as some numerous domestic league and cup titles in Turkey. Probably the world's most decorated club of the century in women's volleyball, looking for a 5th title here. And they're going the right way about it, but Conegliano know that they have a fight on their hands and they will give it everything they have got. 4-all. Paolo Igonu with the serve. Good ball in from Gabby. Conegliano have it into transition. Hill, dug by high catch. Gennaro just getting out of the way, and that's too far away from Gabby. It was getting a little crowded out there on court for Conegliano, but the tandem worked very nicely. The speed of that, so little chance for the middle. It's so much time pressure on Rasic and co in those situations. Igonu. The last time these two teams met was in the semi-finals of the World Club Championship. A game that lives long in the memory for both teams and for those that watched. It was a nail-biting tie-break that went the way of Conegliano. And it became the Paolo Igonu show as well, because they were match point down, Kim Hill serving, and they got all the way back in front and then eventually went on to take it. Conegliano with another big block just when they needed it, this time to Carraro. Good movement from her to deny Hack. time. Gabby gets a block out. And VakifBank have the ball. Everybody not getting too carried away, staying focused, staying in the now. That really is the mantra for volleyball. You have to stay in the now. You can't think about the next touch, the next play, the next point. You've got to be in the now. What have I got to do now, at this moment? There's no point thinking about going out for a hit if you haven't made the dig yet. Such like. One foot slide behind. Decrive puts the ball away. Gabby going a little too far wide and trying to cut back inside with the hands, didn't work. That was pinballing around. Well, eventually, the point goes the way of VakifBank. Hack will come up and be credited with the kill. Found the gap, didn't she, between Volleyball and Volley very nicely. Volleyball to serve, that puts Paolo Igonu into the front row. Mackenzie Adams and Raffaele Foley. But there's no stopping that swing from Gabby. Ognienovic just knows exactly how to use Gabby. That speed is what she wants. Good effort from Barch Hackley, but unfortunately, when it comes off the hand like that, it could go anywhere. Ends up going away from everybody else. Mackenzie Adams served. Excellent ball in. Options. Hack being one of them. And that's good work by Conegliano to slow it down, get transition, and get Igonu going. Conegliano lead by 3 now. Some thinking for Guidetti to do. So small margins. Just getting a touch on the ball makes such a big difference, because as soon as you can slow it down, you've got a chance to transition it. Adams not finding her mark. Good dig. No double called against Barch Hackley. Good hands from her, but Conegliano come again. Ognienovic couldn't get her hips under the ball far enough to angle the ball up in the air and keep it on her side of the court. Igonu gets the point. Conegliano keep their lead. First time there was hips behind the ball from Gunesh. Second time, hips didn't get far enough under the ball. Looking at the way Hack plays and being as good as she is, and she hits the ball so well, if she could learn to pass, she'd be snapped up, wouldn't she, by clubs? Because imagine that Hack and Igonu on the same team. It's a bit like Anderson and Mihailov in the men's game. playing for Zenit. Anderson actually in the USA opposite, but was playing as an outside hitter for Zenit. Mihailov, the Russian opposite, playing in the opposite slot. Oh, I say, what a swing! Someone's just had a warm-up hit and taken that one to Spike Town. Oh my goodness. It's got to be one of the greatest hits of a finals. Absolutely fabulous. Oh, that was risky. Classic Ognjenovic, though. Not afraid to try anything. An audacious attempt at putting the ball over on 2, but it's Conegliano now lead by 4 in this 4th set.
The difference are 2, quality on defense, 1. Because we are defending and we play from outside the court. The ball of Kimberly, we have to defend in the middle of the court. Second, when they are bad tempo, it happened already 10 times in this set, they tip, and we don't take the tip. When we are bad tempo, we give point to them. Don't attack.
Classic Guidetti, starts off all cheery and smiley, and then he can turn very quickly and get quite upset. That's well left. VakifBank not going away, are they? As you would expect, that break point off of the side out from 11, now putting them right back in this set. Block out. Conegliano did really well, considering that was, by very high standards, not the best of serves because it's been volleyed in by Barch Hackley. Ball goes out wide, but a little high. And it was Conegliano able to get onto it and slow it down, make the block. It's getting better and better for Conegliano. Igonu does well, just keeps it in play. Another chance maybe. Good up from Igonu with the pancake. Oh, good dig! That's going to be over. Mackenzie Adams knew that, couldn't resist because it was going out. Igonu, good dig, Rasic. Barch Hackley's got it off the hands. VakifBank still in this one. I have to say, Mackenzie Adams being on court for Conegliano has made a big difference to them. All for the better. De Graaf with the serve. Interesting set. There are a few calls for a double then, but setters generally get away with it. Lovely play from Gabby. All she could do is put the roll on it off of that set from Jiangsu Özbay. A double substitution to keep things ticking over here for VakifBank. Oh, massive, massive block. Gunesh and Hack closing down anything that Mackenzie Adams thought she had going, just disappeared. That's huge. Hack all over it. Good work from Igonu. Four players beaten then by Igonu, two blockers and then the two defenders. Touch from Hill. And a massive swing from Igonu, who's coming good at the right time here for Conegliano.
Just we don't want something in the middle, okay? We don't want something in the middle. No, come on, let's go. Long time they don't care about our middle at all, long time. They are playing without our middle at all. So we can go some chance, some cartoon, we can try.
So that's probably the most vital bit of information from Guidetti to Ognjenovic, is that they're not even bothering about our middle here. So let's wake them up a bit. Let's find it, let's get it running again. And if they are getting their middle running and keeping Conegliano interested, it means that that opens up spaces out wide. Volleyball to serve. Igonu into the front row. Mackenzie Adams and Foley there. It's a good lineup. And straight away, Ognjenovic goes to the middle. And they come up with a point. See how many times now Ognjenovic does go to the middle off the back of that timeout. Good serve from Gabby Hill. Shanks the ball into the floor. Chance to get level. Not going to happen. What a block by Mackenzie Adams. Gets a one-on-one against Hack. That'll make her feel great because she got blocked by Hack just a few points prior. And she gets her own back on Hack. Carraro has done really well every time she's come in and made an important touch or a play, but is unable to get anything on that one. Side out achieved by VakifBank. Well, there's the value of having gone to the middle. It meant that Foley now is never going to get out wide to that ball. It's a really quick ball out to Arch Hackley as well. Ismailoglu is in. Oh, it didn't hit the floor. Conegliano thought it had. They were celebrating pretty much. They were beginning to come together into a huddle. That's a great dig, Carraro. And a good one from Voash. Still it won't hit the floor, but now it does, off the block and away from Hark. A point that Conegliano thought they'd won has ended up being a levelling point for VakifBank. Nice work by Voash, but all for nothing in the end.
Se giochiamo questo fuori muro, tanto sai che sta davanti a te, si aspetta il colpo chiuso. Fuori muro non l'hai mai fatto fino adesso e lo fai adesso. Se giochiamo la base 7, Paola me la schianta bella alta, ok? Stesso identico lavoro che abbiamo fatto fino adesso, aggressive con colpi alti, ok?
Those high ones, that's Igonu, where she's been hitting. 21 all. VakifBank have levelled things up. Just when perhaps we thought it might be going to a tiebreaker. VakifBank having other ideas here, potentially. But sided out by Igonu, and that's the key here for Conegliano. They've got to keep their side-out game intact now, no matter what. But also they will need a break point, a point from service. So it is advantage Conegliano in that front. VakifBank need 2 break points for them to take the set, and with it, of course, they would take the match, being 2-1 up as they are. Chance here for Conegliano. That was, they're looking for a touch, so there's going to be a challenge. I'll tell you what, that, if it comes up as a touch off the block, is an incredible hit, and if not better than the one she thumped into the floor with no block, because that ball has come over her head and she's had to turn with the ball and then pick up what's going on at the net to make something of that. That was by no means an easy swing for Igonu. Oh, I tell you, it's close, but it didn't catch Barch-Hackley. Hack with the serve. 22 all. This is where Conegliano's serve-receive unit has to be in tip-top form. They need to get off this rotation straight away. Good ball in from Hill. Hack. Oh, well played, De Gennaro. It's a bit tight. Good hands again from VakifBank at the net. Oh, clever play from Barch-Hackley. A little roller, just chipping it over the top. When everyone was expecting a big booming swing, shaped up like she was, and then played a little roll that Volleyball couldn't get to. VakifBank in front. Hack once again. Brilliant. And that wasn't easy. The Cruyff coming in on the middle. She's got hardly any angle here. Look how far over she is, but make sure she swings that back towards the court a little bit. Keeps it in play. And whilst it's dug out of play. Point. Conegliano. Igonu with the serve. VakifBank siding out for a match point opportunity. Not going to happen. Overpassed. Hill puts it away. And Conegliano now have a set point chance. Brilliant serving. That's come up with the point for Conegliano. Total focus from Paolo Igonu. It's another big serve. Well dealt with by Barch-Hackley. Hack has not found the sideline. The set goes to Conegliano, 25-23. We're going to a tiebreaker. We were always going to a tiebreaker, weren't we? This is just exactly what we wanted to see as neutrals. Well, that's a big miss as well from Hack. No need for a challenge on that one. Just trying to get Hill's fingers, didn't find them. The excitement, the drama. We are going 5. Conegliano with the serve of the CEV Champions League Super Final. Nice take by Icatch. Good up from Igonu. Oh, it was all a little bit congested. And Volwash's decision to go to the middle turns out not to have been the right one. But do you blame Volwash or do you blame Gunesh? Gunesh is the one that got blocked. Oh, sorry, Gunesh is the one that made the block against volleys, no blame attached to Ganesh. It's a great block. Nice ball from Hill. Only the second time that Conegliano have run that half ball in the middle. That time it didn't work. VakifBank really they've not made all the kill blocks that Conegliano have made, but they have made so many touches to slow the ball down and get it into transition. That's been the difference. That's given them the chance to have swings. They've definitely made more touches of the ball by the blockers than Conegliano have. It's another one. Good cover from Gabby. She was waiting for the long throw. Oh, dear me. Classic from Paolo Igonu as an opposite player. That ball's come over the net, and Igonu's first movement is away from the ball, thinking about the hit to come. So she wasn't in the now. She was thinking ahead instead of playing that ball. So as it comes over, she backs out, and Volleyball is then left stranded. This is an amazing start for VakifBank and a horrible opener to the tiebreak for Conegliano. Timeout called by Conegliano.
Ogni volta hai il raddoppio, quindi quello che vuoi fare non mi interessa, colpisci profondo, via!
Gabby with the serve. 4-0 VakifBank. Great touch from Ognjenovic. The ball hasn't hit the floor. No challenge coming. Play continues. Now it does. Igonu still trying to work things out. She works out how to get that one on the floor. Carraro with the serve. She's done, as I mentioned before, so good in coming in and helping to rescue situations. Give VakifBank trouble, and that one is in from Igonu. A break point early for Conegliano from service, which is what they need. Really nice bump set from De Gennaro. Carraro once again. Good up by Bosch. Good touch in the block by Hill. Brilliant. Teams train that so much. The libero being the setter, so long as she takes off from behind the three, she can then set in the front row, and she finds Paolo Igonu beautifully. And it's a joy to watch Paolo Igonu in full flow. This is a great comeback from Conegliano from 4-0 to 3-4. Well worked that time by Hack off the block and away. Igano's so good on that side of the court that probably is one of the reasons why they wouldn't make a switch and leave Igano over on the other side to try and stop Hack. Hill, being a decent blocker as she is, has had success against her. Foley to serve. Conegliano very much back in this deciding set, having been 4-0 down. Well, Hack thinks it's in. I don't know, it looks a bit on the outside as opposed to being in, but we're going to have a look. Challenge has been called. Even though Celia's not on court, still very much a part of the team, shouting, screaming, cheering, helping, being a part and doing a bit. Oh, great block. He'll turn that back into the block of Rasic somewhat. Didn't really go for the edges of the block. Tried to get it through the middle, didn't work. Excellent pass. There's no stopping Conegliano when they can do that. Really good serve, but once the ball is in and it's all systems go for Conegliano, there's real trouble for VakifBank. Oh yes, good block. Foley denying Huck. If anything, Hack was coming from in to out and then tried to come back inside again instead of coming from out to in. Lovely pass by Icatch. Good up from De Janeiro. Igonu, that's not coming back. Conegliano on a roll. Look at that face from Igonu. She means business now, more than ever. Total concentration and focus. It's like the light has gone on for Igonu, and she said, right, I've had enough of this. It's time to start playing. Teams change ends because we've got to 8 points. Come at a bit of a timely moment, really, for VakifBank. A little bit of a break. It just means that Igonu has to stay focused, and she certainly does look extremely focused here. I wouldn't be surprised if she just takes a little bit off of her serve like she did with her first one, just to make sure VakifBank have to play it. Indeed she does. A player who knows what needs to be done, and that was unlucky. Carraro made the touch, but only into De Janeiro. And it was VakifBank had to work for that point. Wasn't given to them. Bart Shankly. Nice ball from Hill. Well played to the middle. De Graaf pulling the trigger on that one. That wasn't easy for Hill either, because that ball's come right over the top of De Graaf. She's got herself a free hit right in between Rasic and Ognjenovic. Good touch in the block. Vigonu. Oh yes, good blocking from Rasic. She's brought inside. And then VakifBank able to double up on her. In fact, it wasn't even double, it was a one-on-one for Rasic. That is brilliant. Massive block from Rasic. Gusta Yilmaz is coming in to serve. Rasic with the job done for the moment. It's a good serve. Free ball here for VakifBank and 5 attacking options. Gabby gets dug by Igonu. Work for Mackenzie Adams to do. It's still in play. Oh, brilliant from Igonu. VakifBank come knocking again and through the middle, but not bang the court. Gunesh with the error. And the hard work for Conegliano pays off. What a get that is. Well, I said that Igonu was focused and in the zone, and that dig proves it. Oh, drama. Foley for Conegliano. In fact, it was De Cruyff, I do apologise. Foley's at the net. Good dig, De Cruyff won't come back. No, it won't. De Gennaro and co were after it. It was Mackenzie Adams trying to get onto it. De Cruyff facing towards the opposite bench, and that's where the ball went. Ognjenovic is going to serve, and VakifBank into their strong rotation. Hack into the front row. Gabby and Gunesh. Good up from Ognjenovic. That's a massive dig. And a massive swing from Gabby. We're all square. Still absolutely no way of knowing which way this is going to go. What a dig that is from Ognjenovic. And then Gabby does what Gabby does best. Finds the seam between the block. Ognjenovic once more. Oh, good dig from Barch Hackley. Well, that one is away and gone. Absolute thumper from Igonu. And the ball is a goner. Conegliano match VakifBank in moving into rotation 1 with 3 front court attackers now. Still goes to Igonu. And she's managed to get that off Gabby in a way. And that's a break point, Conegliano. It was off Boash's serve.
To win, we have to be stronger, not weaker, because we are weaker. That's why we lose. We don't go with full power. In Tiebreak in this condition, who attack full power? We go. Damn it!
Cadet is saying that they're not attacking with full power. Looks like everyone's hitting the ball as hard as they can from here. Which way is it going to go? Wash back to the serving line. VakifBank need this side out. That was a full power swing from Hack, but the block slows it down. And then Igonu with the cross-court swing. And Conegliano are now 2 points away from victory. Good setting again from De Gennaro. How do you stop Igonu when she can do that? Second timeout by VakifBank. Santarelli pretty quiet, pretty focused. Boas to serve again. This is a brilliant run for Conegliano. That'll stay in play. De Gennaro makes a good touch. Mackenzie Adams gets the roll that hits the floor, and it's now match point for Conegliano. They were 4-0 down at the start of this tiebreaker, and it was all smiles for VakifBank. And now Conegliano are 4 points in front and have match point. What a turnaround. What a point that was from Mackenzie Adams. Boas to serve again. Gabby keeps VakifBank in it with a swing cross court. And now it is VakifBank with backs to the wall. Lovely swing that from Gabby. Conegliano need the side out. There's a net touch against Boas. So second match point is saved. Conegliano have got 2 chances to get this done from side out. And a timeout called by Conegliano. They're in rotation 1, which is a strong rotation, but only 2 players are actually hitting in their normal slot. Well, only 1 player hitting in their normal slot, and that's the middle.
Paola ti fa questo lavoro e te le butta interno. Tu se c'hai quel primo tempo lo anticipi, tanto adesso si aspettano la palla per Paola, ok? Anticipo,
Gabby to serve. Has to get it in first and foremost, and has to try and put Conegliano under some pressure. Igonu, oh, not made it! Well, I said it's rotation 1, it's a strong rotation in so much as there's 3 front court players, but Igonu's not hitting on the left side in this match, she hits on the right. Mackenzie Adams doesn't hit on the left, she hits on the right. And it's only the middle of Foley that goes through the middle. So she's the only one in a comfortable position in this rotation. Has this ball clipped the baseline? Have Conegliano actually won it? Or have they got to go and try again? Have VakifBank saved a 3rd match point? Oh, it's taking its time, isn't it? There's anxious looks now. That's a long wait for everybody. Eyes fixed firmly on the screen. Hands held. And for those of you at home, probably no fingernails left here. Hearts pounding. Is there a touch? They look for a touch. And a touch has been given. It's caught hack, and that's it. It's done. It's dusted. Conegliano have won. It's all over. Their first ever CEV Super Final, and Conegliano That's tried for so long. They are now the champions of Europe. Their first ever gold. And they did it the hard way. And now the emotions and the tears can come as the realization of a dream. It's a grand slam for Conegliano, World Club champions, domestic league champions, domestic cup champions, domestic Super Cup champions, and now European champions. Heartbreak for VakifBank, who are looking for a 5th Champions League, but it's not to be for them. The final score here, 3-2 for Conegliano, 15-13 in the tiebreak. The celebrations will continue long into the night, no doubt, for Conegliano and for the fans, for all of you supporting them, watching, jumping around your living rooms or wherever you're watching from in utter joy for your team. And it is tears of joy, especially for Foley, who was in the last final and lost to VakifBank, but has made it back again and has now won and has her gold medal and is a European champion. Well, it's heartache for Gunesh, not to be for her this time or for Vakif.